It's officially called Hainan Special Customs Operation. What it really means is this: a place where goods, capital, services, data, and people can move in and out with far fewer tariffs and barriers, and in some cases, none at all. We've all heard the hype, but the real question is, how does this actually work on the ground? So instead of just reading policy papers, we did something much simpler. We asked people already using it.
We're seeing a lot more freeness and openness in terms of free flow of people, free flow of capital.
Zero tariffs, zero VAT, zero consumption tax.
Streamline processes that make operate internationally, banking internationally, way faster.
We need to have talents coming in from abroad too. Easy visa procedures, one-stop services, these are all things that help us.
So what exactly is Hainan trying to become? From one angle, it is about tariffs. Imported goods entering Hainan Island face zero or very low duties, and a streamlined first-line liberalization system that speeds up clearance. From another angle, it's about capital. Cross-border investment rules are looser, currency settlement more flexible, financing easier to structure for international projects. Then there's people. Visa-free for dozens of countries, easier work permits. And finally, there's regulation. Hainan will do negative lists, meaning unless something is prohibited, it's all allowed. At the deeper level, Hainan is something else entirely. It is a policy laboratory. If China's special economic zones in the 1980s tested how markets could function inside socialism, Hainan is now testing something more complex: how renewed globalization can function within sovereignty. Here, negative lists, digital customs systems, blockchain-based tracking, and real-time regulatory oversights are not just tools of efficiency, they're part of a broader experiment, whether a technologically governed model of openness can survive in a more fragmented and volatile global economy. This fits a familiar Chinese governance logic: pilot first, evaluate carefully, and then scale nationally. But there's a catch. By design, Hainan is open to the world, but once goods move from Hainan Island to the Chinese mainland, they re-enter the Chinese mainland customs, with mainland duties, standards, and of course, regulations. But if a product undergoes substantial processing in Hainan, typically adding 30% or more in value, it can qualify for duty-free access to the Chinese mainland. That creates opportunity, of course, but it also creates questions. Take luxury goods or consumer electronics, for example. What's to stop dealers and people from importing them tariff-free into Hainan Island and then quietly moving them into the much larger mainland market to buy low and sell high? That's where enforcement becomes critical. Authorities now rely on digital tracking, cargo traceability, and real-time data sharing between customs, taxes, and market regulators. Still, challenges remain. The complexity of rules of origin compliance for processed goods, and the temptation, of course, of cooking the accounting book. And the constant pressure to balance openness with control without slowing the system down so much that openness loses its meaning. These are not small issues. They're the price of experiment China is willing to pay. But here's the bigger picture. Within China's overall opening up strategy, Hainan plays a very different role. Shenzhen is about technological acceleration. Shanghai is about a financial gravity. Hong Kong, on the other hand, is about global connectivity. And Hainan is about institutional imagination. But across Hainan, the most compelling promise for me personally was not import and policy papers, perhaps. It was in education. This is the Li'an International Education Innovation Pilot Zone, an international university town that hosts more than a dozen Chinese and global universities and institutions with plans to expand even further. Now, the model is simple, but it is powerful. Small campuses, big sharing. Students here can cross-register courses across institutions. They can mix disciplines. Even some faculty appointments are also shared. And the infrastructure is shared too. A central library, world-class sports facilities, innovation labs, you name it. In a world where education is often siloed, commercialized, and fragmented, this feels different. As someone who believes that real enlightenment begins with education, not slogans, this gives more genuine hope.